I am Swoosh, or Johan Klingestedt. I play main tank for Florida Mayhem.
How long do we have?
About a minute.
I think it's not 10 minutes in the back. I didn't see it.
My arms are like...
But man, it's weak. Now already?
Yes.
Here we go.
They should be able to balance each other out here as we are trading kills left and right. Riverside finally going to deploy the wings to get 2 reses for himself, and that is what turns the tide here in Florida's way. And we will have the self-destruct getting the kill on Jake, but again, nobody was on the point that actually contested it. They stake it right out from under him. Houston Outlaws still got to push the payload for free.
Days since a given up point for free, referred to as another name.
This is all about the hold. Point blank, Jake looking for the reflect, and this time there's no magic for it. Never mind, Vic still gets the D-Mac out of his ultimate.
Houston Outlaws will hold on second point. Numbani take the lead over Florida, 1-0.
We were really confident. We had done a lot better in pracs. We were feeling really good. We were beating a lot of teams in prac. Even though scrims doesn't really matter if you win or lose, but we were just feeling really confident in our strategies, and everything was just clicking and working. But yeah, we were just overall really positive, and we had a gut feeling we were gonna do really well, but fortunately it didn't turn out that well.
I feel like we fell short was, you know, we made a couple of individual errors on each maps. I felt like on Numbani especially, we had a very good chance to win the map, but on our attack we were forcing our dives a little bit too much, especially when we were playing, you know, slower compositions. We didn't really play, we played into their strengths rather than playing from what our win condition should have been. When we went into Lunar, I think we got a little bit unlucky and got snowballed on defense, but our attack, again, like we got a really good opening fight, but I think we're a little bit greedy with our ultimates there, and you know, that ended up backfiring and we ended up getting full held. Again, that's an error that I feel like if we don't make that error, we probably have, you know, 5 or 6 minutes to close that map. So again, like a couple of individual errors, and then obviously going into Ilios, we still had confidence. On both the stages, we actually built up a 99-0% lead, I believe, only for them to, you know, cap the point back and you know, turn it around and kind of reverse sweep both of those stages. So, you know, again, I felt like we were in it, but in key moments, I felt on that particular map, we had issues with target calling. I think we didn't have enough discipline in dropping our initial targets and switching to something else. So yeah, a lot of split focus in key fights, I think, you know, got the best of us there. And obviously, when you're 3-0 down, you go into the 4th map. Junkertown is probably Houston's best map, so that was always going to be an uphill climb. And you know, at that point, you've already lost a match, so it's kind of a difficult hole to climb out of. So yeah, I felt like, you know, our team was just a little bit off the whole day in terms of our discipline and target calls. I felt like we always gave ourselves a chance to win, but then in the key moment, we made a mistake that, you know, is just always going to be punished by such a smart team as Houston. Going into the Valiant game, I think we were a lot better prepared. You know, we talked through what the issues were in our previous game, and I feel like the guys were, you know, we had a good game plan going into the game, but I think the whole set, something just felt off. I think we were overthinking things a little bit. We were a bit tentative.
Everyone else for the Valiant is guarding these doors.
Yeah, they do not want to let Florida get any semblance of defensive setup, and there's a barrage from Agility. Finds Zuma right away, makes it out with his life, and Valiant just rocking Florida's world right now. That base ball brought back up by Unko though. That self-destruct not pushing Valiant back that much.
They're not going to get the revive onto soon, so maybe the Mayhem can hold here right at the very end of the map.
As Riverside goes down, though, that's a good start for Valiant in this final fight. There goes Swoosh, no res, of course, because there's no mercy on the Florida side. Tvik comes in, does take down Faith with the Riptire, though, and Agilities has just been relatively untouched in the sky here. That's going to be it. Valiant finishes it.
Obviously, on Eikevald, we got snowballed really, really hard. We weren't really, thinking on the spot very well. Our attack was very, very solid, but yeah, like we put ourselves really far back with a very poor defense. So obviously that map slipped away. On Anubis, we just, like on attack, it felt like it took too long for us to get into our set plays. We never really wiped. We never really gave ourselves a chance to win that map. I feel like, again, we were a little bit tentative. We were too scared to make plays, and their DPS players were going off, so they were punishing kind of the slow approach that we had. And heading into the third game, the same kind of story was still present, where I think we were overthinking things a little bit, and there was a moment during that Elias map where, I think Tvik was like, okay guys, we need to be a lot more proactive, and we kind of flipped the switch after that. And even though we didn't win that stage, we gave ourselves a decent chance to win the next stage. And then, the whole Dorado, the atmosphere and the communication was completely different. There's more of a sense of urgency, and it was, really nice to see the guys come together and perform like I know that they can perform.
I felt, even though we lost 3-1, the last match, the last map we played even, everything just clicked, everything went really well. We absolutely crushed that map, and everyone realized afterwards that this is the way we should play, this is how we play in practice, and we just need to remember that feeling and make it happen again on stage. So I think everyone has been thinking and trying to make it happen again for the next game. And I think the way we talked about it after the game, I feel like everyone's on the same page, and I feel like we can definitely win against Gladiators.
It's just another reminder that we need to emulate that energy in every single game and every single practice, and that's how we're going to build good habits and avoid these slow starts or overthinking things. Just kind of taking what the situation gives us rather than again just overthinking and overanalyzing a lot of things.
I think it's good that we don't leave this, even though we lose, we don't leave this set with a poor taste in our mouths, and we show to ourselves how good we can be. Just need to do it consistently. Be proactive. Read the situations. We can look at opponents' tendencies, but we can't get into our own heads and overanalyze. Read what the situation gives you and make adaptations. Like in Overwatch, it's impossible to completely prepare for a situation. So
you should always play your own game, and then always keep in mind.
Yeah.
You guys watching all our games, always supporting us, always believing in us, makes it a blessing to go up on stage and to play for you guys every single day, you guys home in Florida. You can look forward to us beating every single team in the coming months, or coming months actually. The league is really long. We're just gonna keep working hard and always try to improve. I know you guys want us to win, but trust me when I say that we want to win equally as much as you guys want us to win. We will do everything in our power to get that result for you and for us. So keep cheering for us, keep supporting us. It means the world to us, seeing all those kind messages wherever it is. And look forward to the coming stages when the Mayhem family becomes bigger.